पृथिव्यां च तेजश्चास्मि विभावसौ जीवनं सर्वभूतेषु तपश्चास्मि तपस्विषु बीजं मां सर्वभूतानां विद्धि पार्थ सनातनं बुद्धिर्बुद्धिमतामस्मि तेजस्तेजस्विनामहम्
Now here the teacher says, Bijam mam sarvabhutana. I am the bija, the seed for all beings. To me, my father's seed. To you, your father's seed. To the tree seed. To the animal's seed. Here we find that each one has got its own seed because of which the individual is born. The Lord says, I am the seed of the whole universe of names and forms, which to the Christian it is very easy to understand. The Father in heaven, full stop. The great Father. Tvameva mata cha pita tvameva. You do it after the arati, isn't it? Oh, the word, oh Lord, the word, the Father, the Mother. In every religion, it is not in yours only. Allah is the Father of all. In the sense that the Father there is the cause. The ocean is the father of all the waves. The gold is the father of all ornaments. The mud is the cause for all mud paths. The cause. Bijamam sarva bhutana. Vidhi partha. Hey Partha, hey Arjuna, please vidhi understand. Because at this moment, in this emergency situation between the two armies, unfortunately, it is not a place for you to understand the whole philosophy. When we are free, I will explain to you the whole thing. But temporarily, you just understand. What? That this great grand truth that we are indicating, the higher nature of you, is the very spring from which stems forth everything in the universe. If that is not there, none of these things can exist. I am that cause, Sanatanam. Sanatanam means most ancient. Your grandfather is more ancient than you. Your great-great-grandfather is more ancient than grandfather. Henry VIII is more ancient than your great-grandfather. Go behind. Which is the most ancient? Come on. Oh, most ancient must be Adam and Eve. You are right. Adam and Eve in the Garden of Eden, when they came, that is the most ancient, accepted. Still more ancient must be Adam's father. Generally, fathers are older than children. Sometimes, except this country. Fathers are older. Now the Lord, the cause from which the universe emerged out, must be slightly earlier than an hour or a minute earlier than, a second earlier than Adam. He who created him, isn't it? Now therefore, what is the date of birth of God? Come on. Humanity started with Adam. Let us accept it. This itself a big question mark. Adam, we started the universe. I mean the humanity, yes. I'm not saying the universe. Because the Garden of Eden was first made. So the universe is earlier than man. Then man was placed there. Good. Man, the first man, Adam. There is a human history starts with that. Hey, the creator of Adam must be earlier than that. So what is now the date in terms of time? How will you indicate Narayana, the Lord? Thereafter, church and mosque and temples, fight among themselves. Krishna is a myth. Why? Because when is the date of birth? We don't know. When he died? We don't know. It's a myth. While our God, exactly a date of birth. Meaning, before he was born, there was no God. Then our God was born. What are you talking? What is the concept of God? A master, a prophet, a saint, yes, he has got a birth, date of birth and a death date. Our God is historical. Your God is not historical. Lucky. You have not made the mistake. Because if he is historical God, he has a birth, date of birth. Before that there was no God. And that is which is born must die. And poor God died. Died, then why are you worried about God now? Oh, gone. Unfortunate. Only I have a condolence meeting. There you are. God, the Lord, is not born or dying. Great personalities who have that divinity flashed through them, such mighty messengers, God, yes, they come, they go, they have got historical. But Sri Krishna Paramatma, the Supreme Essence, consolidated. In order to that conception for the average man, we make him represent as an individual entity. He has no date of birth, is his glory. Because date of birth or beginning is in time. He is the very creator of time. I have already expounded. So then what can we say about him? Only one word. To be scientifically precise, this Lord, the God, the reality, the seed of the whole universe, the cause for the universe, when was it? Sanatana, most ancient, full stop. Oh, Swamiji, it is at the time when God created. No, half an hour early. Half an hour early means, when the first thought arose in the Narayana. No, 1 minute early. Any time you fix, 1 minute early. Oh, yes, now I understood. Mathematically, what a fool I am. I never thought of it. 0 time. No, 1 minute before 0 time, Narayana. Because 0 time is when I became conscious of the first thought. So consciousness must have been there when the first thought rose, isn't it? Sanatana Dharma. This is the only name that can be given. That essence and reality that was there before time. Sanatanam, this bija, this is the Sanatana, the most ancient seed or father, or call it whatever you like, the cause of this whole universe, Arjuna. The higher in me is the source from which everything has emerged, including not only the lower equipments, but the entire universe of experiences, the theatre of experiences. All of them have emanated from him. Buddhir buddhimatam asmi. I am the intelligence. Buddhi, buddhimatam, in the intellectuals. I am the intelligence in the intellect. See? Swamiji, what are you talking? It's all grey matter and white matter. In the skull, Swamiji, you don't know biology. We have cut open many, many heads. Broke open many heads. We know it. The middle oblongata and the frontal piece and the mid piece and all that sort of... It is all nervous system centered in the... Skull contains brain. Brain is an instrument. Brain by itself cannot understand anything. Einstein's brain is preserved in a liquid, in a big bottle. If you go there and ask him, "Oh Einstein, you are one of the greatest mathematicians. 2 plus 2, how much is it?" I've done it. He won't say a word. Then I got annoyed. I looked around, there was nobody. So I kicked the bottle. Yet Einstein will not talk. His brain only wobbles in that liquid. Saying that that is a good question, but by the time the guard there came and howled at me and told me exactly my entire ancestry in beautiful American English with R's rounded and all that. Now I thought, now I am got, now what to do? So I started talking to him in Malayalam. So he cooled down and looked at me. And he understood that it is a Swami, poor fellow, has come into this country without knowing English also. And he doesn't know whether I am a Vietnamese or anything. And so he said, as though I am a dumb man or a deaf man. He pointed out to the door and I escaped. This is what happened. No, what I meant was, once the brain is there, brain is not intelligent. Even the wisest man, if he is given under chloroform, where is his intelligence gone? His brain is there. When consciousness functions through the intellect, there arises a beam of spatial light called intelligence. And in all of us, the intelligence is the consciousness or life functioning through the intellect. That is the reason why, even though on an average you are fairly good thinker, when your mind is agitated, the beam of light is also shattered and you can't think properly. I am confused. I don't know what happened to me. At that time I could not judge properly, discriminate properly. Why? I was excited. I got so angry. Then I don't remember anything. I don't know how I did it. I took the chair and gave one on the boss. It's only when I became quiet, others told me that this is what you did. And where is the boss? Nearest to hospital. I didn't collect my wages, I disappear. Why did I do it? This is the third time I am doing it. Why? I have got these habits on me. I get suddenly angry. When I get angry, I forget everything. There are people like that. Meaning, intelligence is there. But when the mind is disturbed, the intelligence becomes dim. From all these observations, it is evidently clear that life, when it is functioning through the equipment of the intellect, it expresses as intelligence, and I, the intelligent one, the thinker, entertains all the thoughts. I am the intelligence in all the intellects. I am the one mighty power or energy behind all bulbs that are lit up, says electricity. Thus here, I am the intelligence in the intellect. Tejascha, tejasvinamaham. Tejasvi, splendid, an artist, a poet, the brilliance of life, a scientist. I am the brilliancy in the brilliant. I am the splendor in the splendid. The splendor is something other than the splendid. The splendid, say, the beauty of a flower. Beauty of a flower. The flower is separate from the beauty. Carefully think. The flower by itself is consisting of a stem, a calyx and petals and sepals, or what is that? The stigma or the stamens, etc. Its color, each one, if you remove it, there is no beauty. When it is standing there blooming against the green verdure around, there is a beauty. My wife is very beautiful, Swami. Where does she carry the beauty? On the nose? No, Swamiji, nose, really speaking, is really crooked. Oh, is it in the eyes? Eyes are too near each other. It's not that. Is it on the face? No, Swamiji. Her lips, to my taste, it is a little thinner. The chin, a little pointed. Then where is it? Swamiji, that is not right. When she just smiles, you. You see, the point is, it is not, you can't locate. Where is the fragrance of the flower? You can't locate. It is an atmosphere around it. Where is the beauty of the flower? You can't locate it. It is all put together in that rhythm and the balance and the atmosphere. Is it not? The splendor in the splendid, the brilliancy in the brilliant is me. And that is why the beautiful flower by evening has no beauty. Morning you saw the beauty, evening, no beauty. A sadness comes to our mind, is it not? Think. Splendid places. Rotten, at present time, it is no splendor at part. Thus I am the splendor in the splendid. I am the intelligence in the intellect. I am the bija, the very spring, the source, the womb, the seed, the cause for everything in this universe. Arjuna slightly understands. Oh, I see, that is what you are meaning. Krishna feels that Arjuna has not caught it. After all, he is an army man, extrovert. We must talk to him in his language, then only he will understand. Intelligence or the intellect, only you have got intelligence, then only you understand what it is, isn't it? Brilliancy or the brilliant, but I am not brilliant, no, I don't know what it is all about. So then something that touches him directly, the teacher points out, below.
बलं बलवतां चाहं बलं बलवतां चाहं कामरागविवर्जितं कामरागविवर्जितं धर्माविरुद्धो भूतेषु धर्माविरुद्धो भूतेषु कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ कामोऽस्मि भरतर्षभ.
Balam balavatam asmi. Asmi is better than chaham. Because all the construction in all those stanzas are asmi. Balam balavatam asmi. I am the strength in the strong. Come on. That Arjuna understood. Oh, that is right. I am not the biceps, I am not the hand, I am not the lower arm, I am not the gloves, but when Muhammad Ali gives you one, what is it? The strength in the strong. Even the strongest man does. These are all the equipments necessary to bring that weight in that punch. But that when the punch lands on your nose, you feel like extra gravitational smothering on you. Balam balavatam asmi. I am the strength in the strong. Swamiji, well, the strength that Hitler had, is it all Narayana? Ravana had, is it Narayana? Now this question Arjuna will ask because he is a military man. To anticipate the type of doubts that will come and rise in the mind of the student is the glory of the teacher. Here Krishna knew that this a question will ask, and therefore he continues, he is not exhausted the sentence. I am the strength in the strong, and immediately he qualifies it with a codicil, Kama Raga Vivarjita. I am the strength in the strong, in whom or from whom all Kama, all lust, Raga, desires have been eliminated. See? It is what we call as the strength of Jesus. Strength of Jesus is not to tyrannize over people and bring them together. It's the strength of power of love. How is it that it is so divine in him and it is so atrociously ugly, twisted, contorted, miserable buffoonery in Hitler? Why? Kama and raga, when it is in your bosom, even though the strength that is coming out from you, the power that comes from you is nothing but him, his face becomes ugly. He expresses as a devil. Not because it is not he, but he appears as a devil, as a tyrant, who uses his power and strength only in order to bring more and more pain and agony and tears for generations, for large number of the members of the community. Why does his power get polluted? Because it functions through the mind full of kama and raga. When the mind is full of lust or full of selfish desires, powerful likes and dislikes, even though you have got strength and power, when it expresses, it comes out ugly. Its manifestation is never a blessing to mankind. Same thing. A heater, I plug it, and it glows. Good. But it is turning towards that side. Therefore I want to turn this side. Therefore I turn. I turn a little. The moment I touch that power of electricity, which was till now coming out so beautifully, blessing the home with heat, it may send me immediately to the nearest hospital. Why? There was a leakage, some short-circuiting somewhere. Boom! Doesn't it? The same electrical current, which was blessing when it coming through the heater. But if there is a leakage, and I happen to turn it, it can even send me to the hospital. Think. When Narayana, the Lord, the infinite, the all-merciful, all-love, cheerful, infinite reality, when it expresses through an individual, that is called a power or strength. But this bala, when it is expressed through a mind polluted with lust, prejudices, likes and dislikes, or personal selfish desires, it expresses in order to fulfill my desire or to pacify my lust. It is a bala, no doubt, the strength, but it comes out and manifests in the world outside only, distributing sorrow and disturbances in the society, not the graciousness of the Lord's manifestation. While in such bosoms as Buddha, Jesus, the great saints and sages of the world, from whom all raga and kama have been removed, it beams out as blessing, graciousness. It is a floodgate of the divine grace flooding through him to bless the generation. See? It brings nothing but happiness to everyone. At least indicates the path to happiness. There is an enchanting presence in that individual. You and I feel attracted towards him. What else is the attraction towards Jesus or Buddha? Where are the politicians and the economists and the scientists that we had for the last 2,000 or 2,500 years? With all the propaganda machinery to seduce the understanding of the public. They did. At a certain time, Hitler was known all over the world, more familiar than Jesus. Was it not? Who is there in the world who did not know him? Mao. Stalin. Now where are they? Plowed under by the very public who have been glorifying them. Is it not? Why? Yet Jesus survives and shall survive. A Buddha 500 years before Jesus still survives with no propaganda mission. Somehow or other, man, when he thinks of their life and tries to see that, they feel enervated, enthralled, encouraged, consoled. That power in them also, and the power in the tyrant also, is me alone. Then why the difference? The texture and quality of the thoughts that you preserve. Even at this moment, he is with us. It is his manifestation that we are now living and expressing. Alas, there is very little of divinity in and through us today, only because the quality and quantity of the thoughts in the mind and intellect. Our thoughts are all oriented with selfishness, sense pleasures, likes and dislikes. Lord is there, but we are seeing it only through those wretched thoughts, and therefore, when he expresses through it, it is only Mr. You expressed. There is no divinity at all. When majority of us are like that, it is natural that youngsters suspect, is there a God? There is a God. Is this the God? Yeah, there is no God. An individual who beautifies the thoughts, lives the higher values of life, quietens their mind. And whatever thought rising is nothing but pure love, mercy, kindness, goodness. In such an individual, when this power the Lord expresses, it is really divine. Naturally, he says, Balam Balavadamasmi. I am the strength in the strong. I am the power in the powerful. But the powerful means a talent. And that is because their mind is not pure. Therefore the line says, Kamaraga Vivarjita. When a heart is without these obstacles, and when the Lord's power expresses through him, he need not invoke. It is being expressed at all times. But my mind is full of jealousy, greed and passion and lust, and therefore my performance in the world outside is lusty, greedy, jealous and other vulgarities, which brings in its wake unhappiness and disturbance to my bosom, as well as distributes a lot of disturbances for all others. That also is his strength. But his strength perverted by, distracted or refracted in the grosser thoughts in your mind. The bedroom bulb, when you have got a little baby, you keep a thin light. The electricity is the same. But there is no candle power bulb. While in another it is so, persecuting, tyrannical light. How is it the two different lights? The difference is in the filament. There the filament has got tremendous resistance and therefore more effulgence, incandescence. While a wire or a filament which has minimum resistance, close. In the bulb of the body are the mind and intellect, the anode and cathode, and the filament that connects them are the thoughts. In us today there is no brilliancy, no beauty, no peace, no beaming glory and splendor, only because the quality of the filament, the quality and texture of the thoughts are so gross, fleshy, sensuous, selfish, arrogant, egocentric, passion-ridden, and therefore there is no glow at all. All that you look like is only that horned gentleman with a tail with an arrow mark outside. Then we say that all the scriptures are telling a lie, there is God in me. What do you mean God? God in my wife, or in my husband, or in my children? They are all devil incarnate. That each individual will say, all others are devil incarnate. I am the only innocent one. Why is it so? Not because the Lord, the infinite truth, is not there, but it is coming out through the maladjusted mind and intellect. We entertain wrong values. To change the values and the ideas, to transmute the quality and texture of your thoughts, is the purpose of all religion. And as you change the quality, that transmutation automatically comes. That carpenter's son who went to the desert is not the one who returned from there after 20 years. The physical body is the same, please. And what is the change that taken place? Mind and intellect. This is called a sadhana or practice. Whether that practice is with ringing the bell and throwing it to flowers in a temple, or in a church kneeling down, or going down in a mosque, worshipping in a synagogue, you may do in whatever way you like. But that physical act of outside itself cannot change you until you change yourself. It's so beautifully brought out that I am the power in the powerful. When the bosom is cleansed of kama raga vivarti. So now every one of you can diagnose. I am such a wretched man. You are not wretched. You are divine. Nothing but divine. Hey, but Swamiji, I am a wretched man. Everybody tells me and I know it. It is only because of the texture of your thoughts. It is in your hands to make or mar yourself. Try, change your attitude. Try it with one family or one friend. Then you will understand. Towards that friend, you don't keep any lust or passions or lust or greed or lower values at all. You just pour out in him. In spite of the fact that he is misbehaving, you pour out loud. I tell you, that friend will have to say that whatever you may say about so-and-so towards me, and to me, he is God upon earth. No doubt about it. He sees God in you is right, because your mind towards him is pure. The moment you turn others, of course, that is why we are all respected very often in our house, but not by our neighbors. Why? Towards the neighbor you are a rakshasa, a terrible monster, a devil incarnate. But to your own family, you are ready to make any sacrifice. Yes, darling. Oh, yes, baby. Yes, baby. Whatever baby says. And the baby feels that he is divinely sweet. Very often we are limited people, we are decent. To the rest of the world, a terrible monster. Which are all examples, you yourself you can find. And I am talking that you must have experienced some people, the friends of yours, when they behave towards you, divinely sweet. But you have watched him behaving with others very badly indeed. So it is not the power in him, the presence in him that is bad. It is only the quality and texture of the thoughts. Kama raga vivarjitam.